Hi brothers and sisters. Before I get into the next important video, the Lord wanted me to do a quick refresher on the numbers and confirmations process for new subscribers. This will be a standalone video that ones that are new to the channel can be pointed to, so they are not lost on what all the numbers are. And in this, we will also expand with what Jesus has just shared with me, so there is a lot of fresh content as well. What is unique about this channel is how the Lord speaks to me with such specific precision in his wording that leads to confirmations that are a mathematical improbability for a human to produce with such consistency. After two very powerful encounters with Jesus within visions in a dream in 2018, Jesus began to speak to me in short sentences. The process of that has evolved over time because I went into an intense training period with Jesus over several years. I liken it to a language all of its own now. I do hear the Lord audibly, but not in my ear. Just that alone is not easy to explain. I hear the words more in my chest area, so I am hearing it in my spirit. For me, it is somewhat like hearing it at the same time as written words are being imprinted on me with a visual factor to it as well. There is also emotion attached to it. The audible part is usually soft and gentle, but he has spoken louder at times to make a point, so there is definitely a discernible voice that matches the same tone and rhythm Jesus spoke to me when I was standing in front of him in those two encounters. I also see a lot of flash images, which I can discern more clearly now than when this first started. The Lord just has his way of getting me to the place he needs to get me to. Sometimes he is very direct, other times he takes me on a journey with it. I have seen comments in other places wondering how I do hear the Lord, so I hope that explains it a bit better. These sentences are part of a God mathematical process. The Hebrew calculator is used to convert the sentence to a single number. That total number comes from individual numbers that each letter of the alphabet was assigned long ago. That is on the screen now to reference. Historically, numbers were used in language a lot more than we do today. This combined number we then have is used to look at the Strong's definition for that number. And by way of a Jesus Christ miracle, there will be either an exact word match looking back at us on that page that is also in the sentence wording that he spoke. Alternatively, it will be a relatable topic, something very identifiable to the conversation. In Strong's, on that page, we are just picking up relevant words there for the sentence spoken, and the rest of the content on that page is dismissed. And he leads me to what he is highlighting on that page also, almost like the remaining words are blurred out to my spiritual sight. When the Lord is in a flow speaking a longer dialogue to me, he calls that a letter. In that format, then, the Strong's confirmation could also be a confirming result for the previous line, or be leading into the following line, giving it that flow, and actually an even more complex miracle. Each letter has a theme of its own. Once you get a feel for it, it becomes very easy to understand and follow along with. The Strong's confirmation is a compelling confirmation that, when repeated over and over with such accuracy, it confirms a supernatural process is in play. This process has that spiritual element to it being given to me in the first place, and then also becomes evidence-based, so you can always verify it for yourself. You can do that at gematrix.org using the Hebrew calculator there to confirm the number, and then go and look at the Strong's results on Bible Hub. The purpose of this format is to remove me from the equation. Nobody has the human capabilities to produce this, so it eliminates the doubt and questioning of a human imagination. I am simply delivering the message already coded and has been concealed. Clearly now is the right time for it to be revealed. This process puts the spotlight and glory on Jesus Christ and his amazing, complex abilities. It also gives evidence to all of us here how involved Jesus is in the details of this Exodus journey we are on. He is not doing all of this for no reason or directing me to someplace randomly. This has been a 7-year full-time preparation Jesus has put me through for this. So the Lord is highly invested in this situation we are all in right now. That should add to the confidence of our conviction to stand on our confirmations that we know has a spiritual factor to them we cannot explain. It has been somewhat of a roller coaster for everyone, and so this gift to us all gives some ongoing stability in the chaos and something tangible to hold to. And we can always go back to the first video in this channel when we need a reminder of just how real all of this is. Jesus is revealing he already understood the details of our shared experience long ago. This channel and myself is always going to be pointing to Jesus Christ, giving him the glory he deserves, and honoring that love that he has for everyone that he died on the cross for. The Lord knows that he is my focus and who I always point to, so the next 3 lines, what he said, confirms my heart and intentions, and also demonstrates this process with truth that we all know. Always, always pointing to Jesus Christ. 4,564, Lord and Master. Jesus Christ, God himself in flesh. 1,682, God. Jesus Christ is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. 2,264, Kings. Isn't that just amazing? Such well-orchestrated truth. The line Jesus Christ is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords landing on the word kings is clearly not random. That is a very direct statement and no better word for the confirmation. I have received many thousands of lines over the past 7 years to guide myself and Brant in our walk of a shared ministry with Jesus. So based on what I have seen, I can confidently say Jesus has definitely inspired the Strong's numbers to have the specific definitions they do have to work with this process. There would be no other way for this to work. So there is a very detailed planning to it, and it was always there regardless of if it was found or not. It is like something that was sealed up, that the seal has now been broken to, and we all get to see it. Once established, it is not me. We can confirm it is supernatural, and that then makes it vital to then test the Spirit as we are instructed to do in Scripture. To test, we can go directly to 1 John chapter 4. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God. For many false prophets have gone out into the world. By this you will know the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is from God. So in part of my testing many years ago, Jesus said to me, Jesus Christ, who came to earth in the flesh. 2,907. Flesh. In that we have both the Spirit speaking to me that I know to be Jesus, confirming what only a Spirit of God would say, and also ensuring that the confirmation is perfectly with intention lined up there for us in Strongs as well, to make the key word of that testing the point. And that is actually an additional step, but proves that both the statement is being said and being agreed with in the confirmation from who is speaking to me and leading me to these results. To strengthen that, Jesus added, Jesus Christ is King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the Son of God, and the Messiah. 2,907 again. Flesh. Flesh again lined up to many of his titles combined in the statement. And this is specifically for this video and for this testing. Jesus Christ, who came to earth in the flesh, is the Son of God, died on the cross for the sins of man. 4,559. Flesh. A double confirmation of that word flesh in the statement and in the confirmation to go with the first line that I've had for many years. So Jesus validates a pass on the biblical testing here. Having had the first line many years ago as part of my extensive testing and evidence that I received, that put me into the position of needing to be obedient. How anyone would expect any less, I am not sure. It also puts everyone else in the position of responsibility to understand that testing has been done for the process by the process itself. And you are free to test further, but the scriptural testing has been done. Some people are so quick or determined to call false prophet or deception in not understanding God's ways through a messenger. But given this testing has been done and clearly shown, they do have no defense at all later to justify accusing this as a deception from the enemy. But it happens. People either react very quickly with fear or misinterpretation, or they have a religious spirit that contains God, or they don't understand we're in the last days where God is pouring out his spirit. Some just like telling others they are wrong. There are many reasons, and I have seen a lot of them, but it makes me sad for what they are missing. This only makes up about 5% of what is my testimony with Jesus in the last 7 years. So I understand from the other 95% how important this 5% is. I know how real he is. My daily experience is a testimony of him. Let everything I share on this channel be a demonstration only to the glory of Jesus Christ and how very much he loves each of us. Jesus Christ loves you. He truly loves you. 5,118. So much. I call you because I love you. 2,443. Because my love pours out for you. 2,821. Calling. I keep on calling because I love you. 2019. To call out. The love of God is calling. 1,204. Come here. And then when you call me, 1,880, to come. I will come to you because I love you. 3,586. The cross. And he did. He came to us here in flesh and did it all on the cross because he loves us. Jesus Christ, who came to earth in the flesh, is the Son of God, died on the cross for the sins of man, then resurrected. 5,364. Loving mankind. I am calling you because I love you. 2,530. Greatly loved.